So after you've done your planning on the design envelope, you move to Inventor, right? So then, got this crud I should erase up there. Hold on a second. So I pretty much am always going to start a sketch on this vertical plane here. You know what I'm going to do though? I'm going to sketch that shape of the design envelope, right? That's that, it's 5 inches tall, just to give me kind of the borders of what I'm trying to do here. It's, what is it, forward 5.5, 6.0. 6.0 forward max. This portion is, I think, 3 inches. And then this part is 3 inches. Oops. Alright. What I'm going to do to that is I'm going to make it a construction shape. I don't want them to be object lines. So I'm going to highlight all of this. I'm going to click this little button up here. It's going to turn them into construction lines. Alright. And that's going to give me my boundary to work within. I'm also going to make a line here, somewhere in here where the string's going to go, right? I'm going to place that line. I'm going to dimension that. That's got to be 5.0. I'm also going to make that a construction line. Click the line, click that. So that's going to tell me where my string's going to go. And the other thing I'm going to do is think about that loading block, that block that's on the wood. And that block, I got to draw from the side view. It's 0.5 by 2.0. All right, and I can also make that a construction shape. So I'm putting that in here because I really got to think about how I'm going to go around that. You know, how my side panel is going to go around that. So, then I started thinking about, okay, now I'm going to start making the actual model. And I usually start with thinking about where the pegs are going to go. I'm going to stay in the upper portion here. So let me draw a circle here. Make it tangent to these. All right, I use this constraint to make it tangent here to here. It's already tangent to this one, I think. Yeah. Now I'm adjust the diameter. How big do I want to make this? Oh, I don't know. Maybe 0.5 seems kind of big. Maybe I want to make it a little lighter. Maybe I'll make it like 0.3. All right, stays tangent there. Then I start thinking about, okay, how am I gonna route this? Where do I want this to go? Do I want it to go? I want it to support on the wall, right? Oops, yeah. I want it to support on the wall. Now, again, look, the string is going to come down around the front of this, but I've left space for it. I've left space for it over here. I left space in the front for more plastic if I want it. There might be something to do there. So maybe I'm going to start by going from there back to here. From here down. How far down do I go? I don't know. Do I want to use this whole space? I'm not sure. Maybe I want to go make it only 4 inches tall. I don't know. That's up to you. You gotta figure that out. Now, I would like it to be tangent to this circle somehow. There we go. All right. And I'm starting to get some design work, right? Maybe I want to trim off the inner part of this, so then I have this shape. There's that tool called offset, right? Like maybe I want to do an offset of this and make it a certain amount in. I don't know. That's gonna be up to you. All right. Then I just kind of work my way around. I'm keeping in mind this block. I don't have this block anywhere particular right now. Maybe I should dimension a certain distance from the top of that. Maybe a 1/2 inch. I don't know. I'm not exactly certain. I'll have to consider actually also where the screw is here, right? The screw, I should probably add another rectangle onto this. Screw is about 1.0 inches and about 0.25. Oh no, that looks too big actually. Oh, it doesn't matter. Alright, so I'll make this a little smaller. It doesn't need to be quite that big. I'll say that's the screw. I'm also going to make that a construction line. Alright, and the center of that, so this is center of that screw. It's got to be, let's see, it's got to be 0.5 minus 0.125. Alright. Alright, so my tie-on point, right? I guess I'll make that up here. Maybe I want it down here, the tie-on point, right? Peg across somewhere down here. I don't know. I got to think about that. So I'm going to make like a basic panel. I'm just going to do something simple right now and then just kind of show you guys where to go from here. Alright, let's say that this is my basic side panel design or something. You know, maybe let me just trim off some stuff here. Alright, so there's my design so far. Alright, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to extrude it. I'm going to extrude it that way. I don't know, maybe 0.1. I don't want to make it too big. I'll do 0.1 for now. Alright. You want to get your design pretty much done. Now that sketch disappeared. Alright. So, what we want to do here to replicate this is you're going to mirror it. We got to make a work plane though. Alright, we got to make a plane offset from plane. We got to offset it from this plane, the XY plane. Alright, and look at it from the side view. Alright, we want to leave about an inch gap between these two sides. We actually want it to be a little bit bigger than an inch. We want to leave about 1.02 inches between the insides of the walls so it'll fit comfortably around the block. Now you might engineer something different. You might make it wider, right? I've seen kids do this where they go, okay, and they say, okay, I'm going to start a sketch here, right? And they make like a rectangle on the back, right? To kind of tie stuff together. Okay. Then they extrude this across. They make that 1.02. Alright, and then they're going to cut something out of the back to go around the panel, or they make it thicker and going to cut it out. At the end of the day, you still need to make that work plane to mirror this side. Alright, so whatever you do for the back, I know a couple of you started with drawing the back, which is fine. You still got to make a work plane there. Now that work plane is going to be, alright, it's got to be halfway between 1.02. So it's going to be 0.51 inches away from that. Alright, so then when you mirror that thing, you select your work plane, it's going to put it right on the other side of that rectangle. Alright? Now, you really want to get your plan put across, and then I'm going to go in and add the pegs, right? I'll start a sketch here. You know, I'm going to project some geometry here, that arc. I'll draw a circle there. Finish sketch. Then I'm going to extrude across. Extrude. Direction. I got to make it solid. I'm going to go to next. And it'll connect up to that other side. Alright. So that's how I connect across. I draw on one side and send it through. You know. And you start going from there. Now this would be the most kind of conventional way of doing this. You still got to come up with a way to attach a string. You still got to come up with a way to fit around the loading block. If you want to make it wider, you certainly can. Give you more contact with the wood. That's all up to you. You make it wider, it actually will prevent twisting as well, but it might make it a little heavier. So again, that's really up to you. All right, so that's just a basic introduction of how I kind of get going on modeling this. Um, I tend to not actually do this extrusion until later. I'll come up with some way to go around that um, 0.5 inch thing. I might, change the design a little bit, work on something, but I'm going to need more in here. Right now, this thing's going to want to just flex totally left to right. There's not enough stuff going on in here across. So I'll work on that though, I'll mess with the design, go from there. All right.